The Cleveland Browns media was lying on the Browns owner, Jimmy Haslam, all the time. Listen, Shedeur Sanders will be QB1 for the Cleveland Browns, and we finna get ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Let's get this show started. Let's go.
See you sitting there, Shedeur. I'm talking about divine opportunity. 30-something team passed you over. Then they put you fourth on the depth chart. But they made one mistake. God gave you an opportunity. I wish I had somebody. And now that they've given you an opportunity, can't nobody close that door because you're still in that pocket like an old school player, brother. Oh, my God. They done messed up and gave them an opportunity. I'm not just talking to Shedeur. I'm talking to all the saints. If there's anybody here, all you need is somebody to block, and you'll throw the ball. I wish I had somebody. God's getting ready to open up a door that no man can close.
The Browns media, the ones who call themselves the insiders, was lying on the owner, Jimmy Haslam, from what he said during the meeting. I was listening to 92.3 over the weekend, and I was listening to Earl and Spencer. Spencer was at the meeting, and he heard every word that Jimmy Haslam said when it came to Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson. But somehow, the Cleveland media spent it a different way. And the reason why they did it, because they want to throw shade at Shedeur Sanders. Let's listen to 92.3 The Fan in Cleveland and listen to Spencer and Earl break it down to us. All right? Let's listen to Spencer and Earl.
That was the quote that was floated around that Jimmy had
That
said.
was out there, and I know people talked about that and ran with it.
But he never said those words. He never
flat out said he's going to go from a swing and a miss to a home run. And I think that's the important thing for people to remember.
Right.
He had a very normal perspective on how this could go.
So we got a couple minutes left in this segment. But 2 weeks ago, like, bro, in all seriousness, do you kind of understand where I be coming from now to where I say, like, we got to be very careful what we say on these airwaves. And sometimes, like, I feel like that we be either pushing the narrative or we're trying to excite some type of emotional, like, rage inside this fan base for absolutely no reason. Because whomever put that quote out, if they were there present with you and they heard Jimmy speak, then why in the hell would you take that route? Like, and I'm asking you, and maybe you don't know the answer to that, but that's what pisses me off.
But...
And it clearly pissed you off too, because it's bad enough. And we try to do whatever we can to keep emotions as tempered as we possibly can. And it's a whole lot of stuff to beat Jimmy Haslam up for. But everybody in the city of Cleveland was mind blown when we saw that quote and was like, man, here we go again. Jimmy saying this, Jimmy saying that. And to come to find out, he never even said those words out his mouth.
Yeah, again, you're 100% right. As far as being an owner of this football team goes, I get there's a lot to criticize Jimmy Haslam for, but I have to be fair. Like, as somebody who covers the team, I have to be fair to the things that he says. I don't think anything he said was like inflammatory or hyperbolic about Deshaun Watson. It felt like he had a very normal approach to the situation, which is, honestly, I walked away feeling like the swing and a miss comments, he probably still felt that way, where it's like, we don't necessarily think that anything's there, but we're willing to see what happens with the new coach, with a fresh start, all these things, so we're cautiously optimistic. I think that's the right approach that everybody should be taking to Deshaun Watson, and I honestly think that sets to me, it was just more context to, they really are treating this like an open competition. They're going to see who wins the job. Tom Munkin talked about that as well. He wasn't ready to say Deshaun or Shedeur's the starter yet, like, because he's waiting. So I just think people took it and ran with it, and I thought it was unfair to Jimmy Haslam for that to be the way that it was perceived.
That's Spencer and Earl over there on the radio show, 92.3 The Fan in Cleveland. They come on Saturdays. I had a chance to check them out early this morning to see what they was talking about. And man, they dropped some gems. Spencer set the record straight when it came to how the Cleveland media spent what the owner, Jimmy Haslam, had to say about Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. It's amazing what Cleveland media would do to throw shade at Shedeur Sanders. It's amazing to me. They act like they don't want them to win. Shedeur Sanders is the only quarterback on the team that can give them a winning season. Somehow they don't want that. You start hearing the narrative out there. The Cleveland Browns' next quarterback is in next year's draft. They said that 2 years ago. They said it 1 year ago. Now they're saying the same thing again. They just don't want to develop their own quarterback. Next year quarterback is in 2027. That's crazy, man. Hey, the Cleveland media need to sit down somewhere. But anyway, hey, shout out to Jimmy Haslam, man. He's the owner, and he got to put up with that bull crap, man. God bless him, y'all. God bless him. But let's go over here on Yahoo Sports. When the Cleveland Browns owner, Jimmy Haslam, spoke to the media recently, he spoke highly of the amount of work that Shedeur Sanders is putting in this offseason. He said that Shedeur Sanders has been working out early and has been in Cleveland for most of the winter. He praised his dedication and hard work to understand what it takes to be an NFL quarterback. It appears as though Shedeur Sanders may have a legit case to be the starter going into this season, although Jimmy hasn't expressed the potential of Deshaun Watson to be the starter this season. The team may decide to continue with the young quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, instead. Watson has now suffered 2 separate Achilles tears in his career, along with a wide range of other injuries. It has been quite some time since he has taken in-game snap, 2 years at that. So it would be a huge risk to put him out on the field. On the other hand, the team has had the opportunity to watch Shedeur Sanders develop over the past year and will be eager to see whether his off-season work has paid off. A whole new offensive staff will come in with fresh eyes, but a lot of information to use from the organization about Shedeur Sanders. If he continues to put in the work during training camp, demonstrate clear progress to the front office and coaching staff, it is likely the team will lean toward starting Shedeur Sanders this upcoming season. Once again, family, Shedeur Sanders is putting in the work this offseason, especially in the gym, working out, lifting weights. You heard the owner. When I'm coming out of the gym, Shedeur Sanders is coming in the gym, and he spent most of his time this winter at that facility. And we don't heard Todd Marcus on several occasions say Shedeur Sanders has been in the building, and every day he come up to my office and we sit down and talk. I'm just trying to tell y'all right now, Shedeur is coming, and he's coming for that QB1. He want to be the franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, and so I would like to see him as the franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. So no matter what some of the Cleveland media say, you just can't believe everything they say. They gonna try to spin it so that the people who are rooting for Shedeur, who's following Shedeur, is misled. So you just can't believe everything you hear out there when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. I'm just trying to tell you right now, everybody got an agenda when it comes to the Cleveland Browns quarterback room. They got an agenda, and it all centers around Shedeur Sanders. They hate his fan base. You don't heard many people say that. I don't have no problem with Shedeur. It's just his fan base. Yeah, because his fan base pushed back against that nonsense that you over there posting, that you've been writing, that you over there saying on YouTube, on the radio station, tweeting. They just ain't going for that. And that's what you don't like, you see. And back in before Shedeur got there, they would just write anything they want to write and hope it just stick on the wall. Hope it just stick. But when Shedeur came down, it opened people's eyes. Hey, you can't be trusted. It's an embarrassment of some of Cleveland media, the way they cover the Cleveland Browns team. I see why the owner, Jimmy Haslam. I see why the general manager, Andrew Berry. I see why Todd Monkeys don't want to have no press conference and talk to their own meeting. I see why now. It's plain and clear that they are dishonest and will write anything, I mean anything, just to get attention. Just to get attention. But hey, they messed around and barked up on the wrong tree this time. That's Shedeur Sanders. Anytime you say something negative about Shedeur Sanders, somebody gonna check you on that. So they see that up front. And some of them, like Tony Grosser, you can't even hear from him now. You can't even hear from Tony Grosser saying anything negative toward Shedeur Sanders because he don't find out. He don't find out the hard way. The hard way. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you hear, this is Shedeur Sanders' team, and this is his year in 2026. They report to their first camp tomorrow. It's a meeting. Their first day tomorrow report. It's not mandatory, but if for anybody who want to come, I guarantee you, Shedeur Sanders will be in the building on tomorrow, Tuesday. I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to this season. How about you? W2 in the chat. W2 in the chat. Once again, thank you for watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor. You got to do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. I'm going to drop another video around about the 5 o'clock p.m. hour. And I got a live show tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Come on back and rock with your boy. I'm telling you, we're going to have a good time tonight. All right? Got one of the best chat rooms on YouTube. I'm telling you, they are a mess. Yes, they are. I love them, though. I love them. Once again, I hope to see you later on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the live. All right?